The bloody Battle of Abawaku ended the one-year war. Zeon and the Federation signed an armistice soon after. Some of the Zeon forces, however, refused to accept their defeat. They instead went into hiding, where they dreamed of restoring their nation to its former glory. You see, 0083, 3 years after the end of the one-year war. The Earth Federation Forces Torrington Base sits in eastern Australia, near the lingering scar of the colony drop. New pilot Ensign Ko Uraki spends his days training and testing new models under the command of Lieutenant Southburning. This is the stage upon which the Albion, a Pegasus-class assault landing ship, alights. Ko gazes up at the ship, the same model as the White Base, which carried the legendary mobile suit Gundam during the one-year war. Suspecting there could be a Gundam-type mobile suit aboard, Ko and his fellow test pilot Chuck Keith make their way to the Albion's hangar. There, they find two Gundams, the GP01 and the GP02A. The Albion has come to select pilots to test their new Gundams, developed by the military-industrial complex Anaheim Electronics under gravity. The ship has also been given another mission, the receipt of nuclear warheads stored within the base. As Ko is absorbed in the new Gundams, Anaheim Electronics system engineer Nina Purpleton calls out to him. She shoos the soldiers away, stating that maintenance is being performed on the mobile suits. None of them are aware that Nick Orville, a Zeon Remnant operative, has infiltrated the Albion as a mechanic. Lieutenant Commander Anavel Gatto, also of the Zeon Remnants, makes contact with Orville, donning an EFF uniform and infiltrating Torrington Base. Unit 2 is loaded with a nuclear warhead as preparation for the test proceeds. Amid this, the shadow of the Zeon Remnants creeps toward the base.
You two there. You should know this is a restricted area.
I just have a quick question. The heavily armored one is an anti-nuclear unit, and the shoulder bazooka can mount a tactical warhead, right?
How did you... We're mounting it right now. Get out of here so we can focus on our work.
Damn, she's pissed. Come on, we should head back.
Hold on. It wouldn't hurt if we stayed just a little longer. Oh.
What an incredible mobile suit. You there, is the warhead loaded?
Yes, sir.
Then I think I'll try it out.
Gatto climbs into Unit 2 without hesitation. Nina warns him to come down, but Gatto is undeterred and utters a response that shocks the engineer to her core.
I claim this machine and its warhead for the restoration of Zeon.
Huh? Did he say Zeon? Help! Somebody stop Unit 2.
Anne,
Ensign Iraqi, what are you doing?
I'm a pilot too. I'll stop, Unit 2. Please hurry and load the ammo.
Hull breach in the hangar. Port side confirming extent of damage.
Captain, report from the hangar. Someone has taken Unit 2.
Taken? What do you mean, taken?
Missiles approaching, distance 12,000. The port engine has been hit. Losing power. All sections. Damage report.
Calculate the firing point. Disperse Minovsky particles.
Captain Synapse, you must stop Unit 1. Ensign Iraqi, a test pilot, is attempting to pursue and capture Unit 2.
Ensign Uraki, this is Synapse of the Albion. Leave Unit 2's pursuit to the other mobile suits and return immediately.
I can't do that. I'm the closest. And we can't lose Unit 2. I can do this.
Connect me with the base commander.
Lieutenant, it's the Xeon. They've stolen Unit 2 and its nuclear warhead.
What? Let's go!
Lieutenant Commander Gatto.
Gailey, the operation worked. Time to go.
I won't let you go.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory. Stage 1, Gundam Jack.
Impudent brat, stay out of my way. You could never hope to defeat me.
This should do it.
Ensign Oraki, you are naive, making an enemy of me.
What did you call me?
U-801, you're a little off target. Adjust. Seems the Lieutenant Commander has withdrawn. I'll give them a shot myself.
Don't go soft on me now, Ensign Iraqi. The enemy has withdrawn. We have to pursue and recapture Unit 2.
The false peace is shattered. Remnants of Zeon led by Lieutenant Commander Gato have raided Torrington Base and commandeered the GPO-2A. Ko, who was present by chance, boarded the GPO-1 in an attempt to stop Gato, but failed miserably in light of his opponent's overwhelming prowess. Torrington Base was largely destroyed in the attack, and its ranking officer was killed, flinging the EFF into utter chaos. Having received the order to pursue, Burning gathers the remaining pilots and mobile suits and initiates a chase. The squadron comprises both veterans and rookies. Among them is Ko, who burns to recapture Unit 2. The Albion, now commanding Torrington Base, informs the group of a newly detected Zeon remnant recovery ship. Burning splits his forces in two, the better to find their quarry's rendezvous point. But the battle-hardened Principality of Zeon soldiers are ready for them. As the pursuing force proceeds through a dense fog, the Zeon remnants wait silently.
I wonder what they want with a nuke.
Who cares? They're nothing but sore losers. Better be careful though, they could be hiding anywhere, you know?
You mean they could be here, Ko?
I know. Either way, we're committed now.
Alan, don't scare them. You two just do as you were trained. I won't let them hurt you. All right, we're splitting up. Iraqi, you're with me.
Lieutenant Commander, we're leaving the moment we're locked. The Federation isn't far behind. Just stay there in the cockpit a little longer.
Understood. Ha, it is my mobile suit after all.
Is that? Lieutenant Burning, Zeon recovery ship identified, requesting immediate rendezvous.
Understood, moving to join you. Ensign Iraqi, dive in the moment Alan shoots. Leave the other enemies to me.
Roger.
Lieutenant, please tell me the enemy escorts have withdrawn. They have, right? Right?
We'd be under attack otherwise. Still, don't let your guard down.
Yes, sir. Huh?
What?
Ah, Lieutenant.
Keith.
Iraqi, attack the Komosai.
But, yes, sir.
Go, Uraki. I'll deal with this one.
Lieutenant Burning. Ah.
Here they come. Hold the front. Wipe them out.
Wait, are they serious? Stop! I said stop! Did I get them? Anne?
Damn you. Anavel Gato did not wait 3 years. Just to let senseless fools impede our ideals.
Your ideals?
Gato, the one from our modern warfare textbooks?
Anavel Gato, the Nightmare of Solomon.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 2, Endless Pursuit.
We will deliver true liberty to all space noids by severing Earth's wicked shackles with our sword of justice.
We're in a battle. What are you talking about?
You're an officer, aren't you? If you don't want to be a mere grunt, then look at the big picture.
Yes, sir.
Idiot, I'm your enemy!
Die.
Lieutenant Commander, Derise is coming for recovery. We don't have time. I'll take over here, so please, go.
You'd be facing them alone.
The ship couldn't pick up this hunk of junk anyway. Now go for Operation Stardust.
My thanks.
Uraki, I have this one. You go after Gato.
Yes, sir.
No, I won't let you.
Lieutenant Allen, damn it! You.
Come, try and defeat me. Take this.
Damn it!
Returning you to the U-801, Lieutenant Commander. They sent a recovery ship, but we don't have time to wait for it.
Understood. Mark my words, I shall destroy all those who would hinder the restoration of Zeon.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 3. Unexpected Engagement 1. The Zeon remnant's Anavel Gato, a man once feared as the Nightmare of Solomon, has stolen the GPO-2A. The pursuing forces from Torrington Base can only watch as the GPO-2A fades into the morning mist. Ko is forced to reckon with his own powerlessness after failing to stop Gato. The Albion, having received official orders to recover the GPO-2A, takes on new mobile suits and veteran pilots. Among the reinforcements is First Lieutenant Bernard Mancha, who challenges Ko to a mock battle for the right to pilot the GPO-1 in the recovery mission. Ko is pushed to his limit by the veteran pilot, but is able to eke out a victory through quick judgment when Mancha lets his guard down. With his place as pilot of the GPO-1 secured, Ko officially joins the mission to recover the GPO-2A and heads to Africa with the team. Meanwhile, Gato and the GPO-2A arrive at the Remnant's Kimberlide base in Africa. The soldiers, who have continued Zeon's fight in the years following the one-year war, welcome Gato with cheers. Gato's purpose in coming to Kimberlide base is to use an HLV, which is capable of launching a mobile suit into space. The base's commanding officer, Major General Nguyen Bitter, begins preparations to send Gato and the GPO-2A into space via the HLV. Meanwhile, the Albion arrives in Africa, but struggles to make headway in its search for the GPO-2A. Engineer Nick Orville is also discovered to be a spy for the Zeon remnants. Ifar Synapse, captain of the Albion, allows Orville to escape, waging that the spy will lead them directly to the Remnant's base.
It's a good thing we kept this last HLV around. It's an old model, but it should be sufficient to get you into orbit.
This will serve. I cannot thank you enough. Major General, I am sorry that I cannot share my next move after all you've done.
Such is war. Now we need only see you to the rendezvous point with the recovery ship. Ha ha ha. 1 hour to launch. It may well be this base's finest moment. Major General, we've had contact from Blau Engel. He's escaped the enemy ship.
The Anaheim Tech Orville.
Ignore him. We don't want the enemy tracing our transmission. No, wait. They may still find us based on his flight path. This could turn sour quickly. We have no choice but to shoot him down. The enemy will be here soon. Sortie all mobile suits. Equip all suits with boosters. If fortune smiles, we may be able to destroy the enemy ship. At the very least, we must buy time until the HLV launches. We shall surrender the base after the launch succeeds. It will have no purpose if we lose our mobile suits.
Will the soldiers truly accept that?
These men have fought bravely for 3 years, and now Operation Stardust carries all of our hopes. We're counting on you, Lieutenant Commander Gato.
Yes, sir. I swear to fulfill my mission and repay this debt.
Good, I'll buy some time for the HLV launch.
Moving out!
Captain, it's just as you said. Orville is attempting to make contact with the other remnants.
Did you hear that, Lieutenant Burning? Get out there.
Yes, sir. No need for binoculars anymore. Mancha, you take the lead, and bring Uraki and Keith with you.
I don't have time to babysit, Lieutenant.
That's an order!
Gah, fine. Though I don't need a pair of babies piss in their pants.
Babies?
Don't worry, sir. We'll bring our own diapers.
You think that's funny? Whatever we're going you to.
Blau Enniel to Kimberlide. Do you copy? I've escaped from the Albion. Gee, everything looks the same. Oh, an escort. What? What are you doing? Stop.
Lieutenant at our 130.
Finally, I was damn near sick of waiting. Get 'em! This is it, Uraki. Cut a path. Think that Gundam of yours can manage that.
Ensign Iraqi, going in.
Mobile Suit Gundam 00. 83, Stardust Memory, Stage 4. Attack and retreat on the burning sand.
It seems the enemy didn't want Orville.
They must have shot him down so he wouldn't lead us to their base.
Send out Bait and Adele. If the enemy doesn't want to be found, wouldn't that mean they have the GPO-2A? The base must be in the direction Orville was flying.
Understood. Bait, Adele move to sortie.
Only 2 mobile suits as escort? This is our lucky day.
I'm not much of a runner, but I'll give it a try. Sloppy.
Looks like I'm up against my old buddies.
You're not getting any mercy from me.
Witness the power of our will. Godspeed, Lieutenant Commander Gatto, for the glory of Operation Stardust.
There it is, the base.
Is that an HLV?
All hands, the Albion is going in. Open main cannon. Targeting is in your hands.
I can't get a good shot. There's too much smoke.
Never mind. Fire. Damn it, missed.
I will repay this. I swear it.
Having been eluded by Gato and the GPO-2A, the Albion launches into space to pursue them. As a land-type mobile suit, however, the Gundam GPO-1 must switch to space-type equipment. The hurried Ko can't wait for the switch out and attempts to install the GPO-1's space-type equipment himself. Ko's obstinate attitude causes friction between him and Nina, an Anaheim engineer with whom he is becoming close. Meanwhile, Gato, after escaping into space with the GPO-2A, arrives at the Zeon Remnants base in the Deadlock Sector, the Garden of Thorns. Awaiting him, there are Vice Admiral Aguil Delaz, commander of the Remnants, and Lieutenant Sima Guerra Hao, having joined the war effort. Sima and the Sima fleet she commands attained infamy in the past for having carried out Zeon's dirty work.
What? Understood. Send it through. It's the Federation fleet. If we maintain our current course, they may well discover our position.
I will go. After all, I don't have a present yet.
Very well. Let's see what the Sima fleet can do.
Yes, sir. At once, Lieutenant Commander. I'll make things easier for you. Go ahead and give your Gundam a good wash.
Sensing something shady about Sima's demeanor, Gato expresses to Delaz his disapproval of their having joined forces with her. Delaz, while understanding of Gato's concerns, talks him around by explaining his intention to personally guide Sima in the right direction.
Ahahaha. Come on now. Don't keep me waiting here. My patience has a limit, you know. Don't worry. I'll soon show you a good time.
Enemy warship incoming. It looks like a Zanzibar class.
Zanzibar class? Those things are tough. Where are mobile suits?
Almost ready.
Hen, Captain, urgent communique from Jaburo.
Save it for later.
But sir, it overrode our communications. Listen.
Soldiers of the Federation and Principality of Zeon, we are the Delaz fleet. Everyone knows this truth. The armistice that ended the so-called one-year war. It is nothing but lies. It is a sham. We speak to you because the armistice was signed by traitors to the Republic of Zeon. Our cause is not lost. Our fight continues, as you shall all soon learn.
The Delaz fleet?
Obsolete Gelgoogs. This will be easy.
And they've got the three of us to contend with.
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Keith doesn't count.
Sorry about that.
All right, Immortal Fourth, Rookie 1, I'm heading out.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 5, Gundam to the Sea of Stars.
We have never stopped believing. We believe in self-rule for the Space Noids. For those who were burned in the fires of battle.
Damn it. What's he doing spouting some sermon in the middle of battle? Come on, we're moving out.
Please, let me go. I'm going with or without your permission.
Wait, Ko. You do realize the GPO-1 isn't even fitted with space-type equipment yet.
Stay out of my way, Nina. I'm launching in the Gundam.
What the? Did you blow your balancers? Then there's really no reason to hold back. What kind of armor is that?
If I'd just stopped him when I had the chance.
Mistress Seema, it's almost time.
It won't go down.
Ensign Iraqi, are you still alive? Come in.
Forgive me. I couldn't do it. I'll bring back the Unit 1. I swear it.
Who to attack next?
Stay calm and everything will work out. Too damn slow.
Running away already? Smart.
Uraki! You're drifting to the right. Veer left. Do you want to land on the Albion or not?
I'll make it back to the Albion, no matter what.
Now, with the fiery passion of today's youth running through my veins, I hereby once again declare war against the Earth Federation government. We will not be misled by whispers of false peace. I repeat the words in my heart for the honor of my country. Sieg Zion!
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. Stage 6. Unexpected Engagement 2. Delivering his speech during the raging battle, Delas declares the treaty between the Earth Federation and the Principality of Zeon null and void, and in the same breath declares war on the Federation. Though the Albion manages to barely escape the SEMA fleet, the GPO-1 suffers serious damage after recklessly daring to deploy with its land-type equipment still fitted. In order to repair the damaged Gundam GPO-1 and fit it with space-type equipment, the Albion docks at the lunar city of Von Braun. Ko, responsible for the damage caused to the GPO-1, wanders the city alone with a guilty conscience. While out, he encounters a junkyard owner named Kelly Leisner.
I heard a Federation forces ship docked at port. You a deserter? Why did you run away? Lose your nerve in combat?
Not exactly, but I wrecked a mobile suit.
So resign. If you want to quit, the sooner the better.
It's not that easy. Anne, is that?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
That's a mobile armor from the 1-year war.
Kelly is actually a former Zeon pilot and is hiding the mobile armor Val Wallow. After meeting up with Xima, Kelly was promised that, upon completing the Val Wallow, he would be allowed to join with the Delas fleet.
Well done, Lieutenant Kelly Leisner. This should prove useful in Operation Stardust. But will you have it ready in time? Our ship leaves tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I'll have it ready.
I'm glad to hear it.
Ko! There you are. I've been looking all over. Mora called. She said I could find you here. Are you feeling any better now? Come, let's head back to the Albion.
I can't, not yet. I'm not done here yet. Something's still gnawing away at me, deep down. I'll return, I promise. Please let the captain know for me. Thanks for coming to get me.
This is not a simple courtesy. I sincerely await your return. At last, the time has come for us to rise again. We've been given a second chance. Let us stand together once more as we did at Solomon. I hope my words have reached you. To Lieutenant Kelly Leisner, respectfully, Ana Velgado.
I can't let this chance slip away. I have to finish by tomorrow, no matter what. I still have plenty of fire left in me. What brings you back?
I've decided to return to my ship, but I want to finish fixing this thing before I do.
You pity me?
It's not like that. I've been thinking, if I quit being a pilot now, where would I even end up? I could probably eke out a living as a mechanic, but...
Yeah, I thought about running this junkyard until I retire. That's not the life for me, though. I can busy myself with work. But I can't shake the feeling that I don't belong here. Somehow, deep down, I know I'm meant to be a pilot.
I know what you mean.
Next time we meet, it won't be as friends.
Despite knowing Kelly's true identity, Ko helps him repair the Val Wallow. As he does, Ko slowly begins to reclaim his resolve as a soldier. With the Val Wallow repaired, Ko returns to the Albion and takes his place in the cockpit of the newly renovated GP01, the Gundam GP01 Full Burnern. Meanwhile, Kelly, learning that Seema needed only the Val Wallow and not him, challenges the Gundam to a battle in an effort to prove his strength as a soldier.
Enemy mobile armor approaching. All mobile suits, hurry up and prepare to launch. Fighting is forbidden in Von Braun.
My name is Kelly Leisner. Do you hear me, Federation vessel? I wish to duel the Gundam.
This guy's a lunatic. What's he hoping to achieve? Are our mobile suits ready yet?
I'm not here to face off against some meager GM. I'm willing to open fire on Von Braun.
He's calling for the Gundam. What's this about? We've got no choice. Let Ensign Iraqi handle this.
Kelly, is that you? Ensign Iraqi, deploying aboard the Gundam.
So the Gundams come.
Kelly, why are you doing this? Stop it, please. We don't need to fight like this.
Iraqi? So you're in the Gundam. Don't be naive, Iraqi. You can't pick and choose your battles in war.
Han.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 7, The Warrior of Von Braun.
What are you risking your life for? What could this be worth, Kelly?
Weren't you listening to Vice Admiral Delaz? He said it all. But it's my instincts as a soldier that...
Die.
This is Val Wallow. Gah!
Kelly, use your escape pod.
Psh! This thing's not equipped with anything like that. Iraqi, I don't regret a thing I've done.
Kelly. Right there. Kelly.
Way to go, Ko. How many pilots can say they shot down a mobile armor?
Keith.
Araki, you've made a fine pilot. Looks like the full burner brought out your potential.
Hen, thank you, sir.
Well done, Ensign. We'll be deploying to the Sea of Solomon for reconnaissance. We need to uncover the Delaz fleet's plan. Can you return at once?
Right. I'm a pilot. I have to face Gato once and for all. Roger Kuaraki, heading back. I'm coming for you, Gato.
Kelly, you've fallen behind. Not that I would ever stop waiting. After all, no one knows you better than I.
The 3rd Squadron has rendezvoused from 8 points to port. All ships are now in formation.
At last it begins. The beating of my heart is one with the pulsing of space. All for the success of Operation Stardust. Here we come, Solomon.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory. Hard Stage 1. Unexpected Engagement. Hard 1. Mobile Suit Gundam. 0083. Stardust Memory. Hard Stage 2. Unexpected Engagement. Hard 2. Mobile Suit Gundam. 0083, Stardust Memory. Hard Stage 3. Unexpected Engagement. Hard. 3. Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory Boss Battle versus Gundam GPO2A Normal. Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory Boss Battle versus Gundam GPO2A Hard. Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory Boss Battle versus Gundam GPO-2A Expert.
Whoa, are you nuts?
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Boss Battle, versus Gundam GPO1, Chobam Armor, Expert.
Not happening.